Hello everyone, Dr. Hassaan Tohid here once again with a sensational session on how we can publish the papers, and we will talk about this. Let me just invite everyone who wanted to join, and then we will begin. And remember, this is going to be one of the best sessions you would say that you attended. That's what my goal is. Although maybe I could be wrong, but you guys can decide, okay? You guys can decide and let me know. And be patient. We will start in next 3 to 4 minutes. We'll start in next 3 to 4 minutes. So just be patient. Okay. So everyone is here. Okay, very good. I think we have people already joining. We have already people joining in. So that's wonderful. Okay, so please do introduce yourself when you come here. And anyone who is watching me for the first time, do subscribe to this channel. Do subscribe and comment below. Subscribe. And I'll come and comment and appreciate and reply to you. Okay, just do subscribe, and so that you can also keep watching more of my videos and more of my sessions, because this is something I need to tell you that every Monday I have a research related video that is um, released, or I would say uploaded, 9 p.m. California time. Every Monday 9 p.m. California time you will see my video on research. So I try my best to make sure that we have that video ready at 9 p.m. California time. So and every time I try to bring a new topic, I try not to repeat a topic, and that's so far successfully I have done it that I did not have to repeat a topic in my videos, especially on Mondays. Although if you see my sessions, you will see very rarely I'll repeat something unless it is something that needs to be repeated, something that is really essential, and we need to emphasize upon it again and again. Hi Neelam, how are you? Thank you, thank you, thank you. And I hope everyone is here. Okay, thank you. And let's begin. Okay, anyone has any question? Anyone has any question? I don't see any comments right now. I think there is an error. I don't see any comments. So just be patient with me and I will start, okay? And you can get ready with your questions. Anyone who has questions, please be ready with your questions. And I will be on the board now. And let's begin. Because besides the question answers, I will also like to tell you something about publication, about publishing. Many people are concerned about how can I publish my paper? How can I increase my chances of publication? So that's what we'll talk about today. And let me finish your fear. Let me finish your fear of about publication. Okay, so that's what we'll talk about. And let's begin. Hi Khalid, how are you? Thank you, Tiba. Thank you. Yes, so everyone, anyone who is a new admission, if you are enrolled here, you need to create an account on the website. Make sure you create an account on the website. And once you have created an account on the website, then you will have the access to the course material. And so we will make sure you have it. Okay, I'll come back to you and talk about this. If you don't have it, if you are already an old student and you still don't see the courses, the study material on your account, then do let me know. You are going to love it, because you are going to find one of the best um, I would say material on research and research writing that you will probably not find anywhere. And I think this is what our students have said, this is what our graduate students believe. And anyone who has taken the classes, anyone who has taken my classes, attended my sessions, they know what I'm talking about. I'm not exaggerating. We believe that we are, uh, by the grace of God, I won't say anything arrogant. I would say, by the grace of God, we try to maintain the quality and make sure that our training is the best in the world. So we still strive and keep working towards it. And our goal is that you guys not just flourish in research, but overall in your career. After you graduate from this program, you have a separate personality. You have a whole new personality. Guys, consider yourself as a soldier. Consider yourself as a soldier, like a US Army soldier, and you are to embarking on a mission. Your mission that you are embarking on is to publish your paper, to get the residency that you are looking for, and to further flourish in your career. That's what the goal is. And don't compromise on your goals. Don't compromise on your goals. Just like an army soldier does not compromise on his goals, on his mission, just like that. So that's the philosophy number one that we will discuss today, that consider yourself as an army soldier. Okay, so first of all, we have Bethaya, we have Harshita. Thank you, Harshita. Tasneem, Chaya, and we have Tasneem. Yes, Tasneem. Tiba. Yes, that's what we are discussing today. That's what we are discussing today. How to publish. How to publish. That's what we will discuss today on this board. And I want to make sure that you guys learn something that will definitely help you. So the question is, I would like to know about publication process, journals other than the channel journals. Yes, how to choose the journals, how to know which ones are good, and brief overview of the process. First of all, remember, you gotta look at the indexing of a journal. Okay, and we'll talk about this. You gotta look at the indexing of the journal. Where is the journal indexed? Is it PubMed indexed? Is it indexed in Web of Science? Mainly PubMed, Medline, PubMed Central. These are the giant databases, and they are run by the National Library of Medicine. So you need to make sure that the journals are on PubMed. And if not, then they are on reliable indexing, like Web of Science, Scopus, Embase. And you make sure that you stay away from predatory journals. Predatory journals is a name given by a librarian to some journals. Let me tell you a story. There are some journals. There is a company in India. Hyderabad, India. And what they did was that they started to bring new journals in different fields, and they will lie to you. They will lie to you that they are in the US. They will lie to you that they are in the UK or Germany. So how do you recognize if a journal is fake? These are predatory journals, and in my opinion, these are fake journals. They are just, although your publication will still be a publication if you publish here, but they will take a lot of money from you. So they will lie to you about, first of all, that where are they? Where are they located? They will lie to you about their impact factor. They will say they have an impact factor of 4.5 or 8.6. Oh my goodness. Any journal more than one is a reasonably good journal, more than one. But these journals will claim that they have an indexing of, they have an impact factor of this caliber. So whenever you see a journal claiming that they have an impact factor of this nature, more than one, just go on PubMed, type the name of the journal, and you will find out. If the journal is not there, it is not possible that a journal is, especially in medicine, healthcare, if a journal has a high impact factor and it is not on PubMed. It is not possible. So this is how you need to identify the fake journals. They lie to you about their impact factor. They lie to you about their location. And somebody in their team member would send you the emails and communication will be done, but that communication will be, they will lie about their team. You will never see who their team members are. They will lie about their team, and they will tell you the name, an American or a name of a European or American name. So for example, they will say a name like this, Mark Victor. So anyone who lives in the US or has lived in the UK or European countries, they know that both are the first names. You can have Mark Johnson, you can have Victor Marshall. So they don't know which ones are the last names and which ones are the first names. So they fake their names to give an impression that we are in the US. So you identify with the name, you recognize, you see, okay, the name doesn't sound like an American name. They don't even know the difference between first and last name. The impact factor. Their impact factor, if it's more than one, highly likely, I mean, this is a good journal, right? They're claiming to be a good journal. Okay, let's verify it. Go on PubMed and check. If they are not on PubMed, that means they are predatory journal. It's not possible that a journal will have such a good impact factor and that journal is not present on PubMed. And they will not give their phone number, and they will give a European address or American address, but they will not give a phone number that will be American in nature. Just call the number and you will find out. If the number doesn't go through, if they have an American number, the number doesn't go through, that's a fake journal. So this is the problem, that these journals, they were caught because of continuous lying. And then they will email to you that you have been selected, again a lie, you have been selected to publish in our journal. You have been selected to publish in a journal, and they will say, please send your paper to our journal. So you say, oh wow, a journal contacted me to publish a paper. We're very good. So what you do is you send them your paper. They will process the paper, and you still don't know if they are legit or not. So they later on will send you an invoice of something, $3,000, $4,000. And many people have been fooled by them. They have paid this much of money. And in the end, the paper is published in a journal that was not indexed anywhere, or was just indexed on Google Scholar, or just one more indexing. They were not on any of the major indexing. So they can also lie about their indexing. So always verify. They are claiming to be PubMed index? Always check. Go on PubMed, type their name in search bar, and you will be able to find it. On the PubMed in the search bar, when you type it, just scroll down on the left option, on the left side on PubMed, it gives you an option. Scroll down and you will see so many options. Just choose NLM catalog. NLM catalog. When you select it and then you type the name of the journal, now it will tell you if this journal exists, or not. So the problem everyone had with these journals was that they lie. Some of these journals, they use my name. So let me tell you, somebody contacted me on LinkedIn and they said, how is this conference? Should I go to this conference? I said, I don't know. Why are you asking me? So this person said, because you are the organizing committee of this conference. I was like, no. And this person sent me a link of a conference. So I saw my name as the organizer without my permission, without me knowing. My name was being used, and many of these journals, they still use my name without my permission in their editorial board. I contacted them. Initially, I said, okay. Initially, when I did not know about predatory journals, I was very happy. Okay, I am an editorial board member of this journal. But then when I found out, I sent them emails to remove my name. And they refused, some of them refused to remove my name. They're still using my name. They don't reply. And you cannot do any legal action against them because they are in India. They're not in the US. So they are still using my name and without my permission. And I have already declared that I have no relationship with them. They're just using my name without my permission. So this is how you recognize predatory journals. The problem is the lie. The lies. They lie and lie and lie about everything. Because somebody has taught them since their childhood probably that you cannot run a business without being without lies. You cannot be honest and do a business. But they don't understand that the reality is the other way around. If you are honest, nobody can stop you from becoming successful. If you're 100% honest, nobody can stop you from becoming successful. The reason of our success, my success, and CIBNP success is that we have been 100% honest. We tell you everything 100% honestly, that this is what it is. This is what will happen. This is what will not happen. So we tell you everything honestly. We'll not lie to you. I'll not hide anything. Many of the students send me a request to lie about their admission that to some organization that, okay, I joined in August, but can you just tell this organization that I joined in June? That will cover my gap. I said, no, I'm sorry. We cannot lie. And I insist you and encourage you to please be honest. And I insist you, please don't ever lie. You will be respected more if you tell the truth. You have no idea about the power of truth. If you have some negative aspect on your CV, if you have a problem on your CV, and a residency director asks you why you have low scores or why you failed, tell them honestly that I was irresponsible. Now I'm responsible and I take responsibility of my life. I made a mistake. Tell them honestly. Some people say, why should I mention my attempts on my personal statement? Be honest. They will find out anyways. They will find out anyways. They want to see how honest you are. Remember, everyone wants honest person. And let me tell you, the power of honesty. The power of honesty. You feel so powerful. You are never scared of anyone. Your fear goes away. You live a fearless life. So the secret of living a fearless life is 100% honesty, 100% ethical, 100% moral. This is the best strategy I'm telling you. How to be fearless. In fact, I should create a video on that. How to be fearless. Fearlessness comes with honesty. 100% honest. Nobody can harm you and you have nothing to worry about. The biggest fear is, what if my lie is exposed? These companies, these kind of companies, they live in immense fear in their lives. They live in immense fear in their lives that their lie will be caught. Someday they will be in trouble. Someday they can be in some kind of trouble. So you want to live a fearless life. Fearless life comes with honesty. Tell everyone honestly about your life, about your career, about the gap. If you have a gap, don't lie and fill it out with fake information. See how honesty will give you residency. Honesty will give you residency. Lies will not give you residency. Honesty will give you jobs. Lies will not. Maybe you are able to deceive somebody with a lie, but let me tell you something about Americans. Every IMG should know about Americans. They trust you initially, but They do verify too, just for the proceeding. But they say, oh, he's telling the truth, but let's still, our policy is just to verify whatever he has reported is correct. And they verify. And if they find a lie, you are gone forever. Many people, many IMGs think that they can lie on immigration at the airport. This is your biggest mistake. This is your biggest mistake in the world, in your life, that you think that immigration officer at the airports, they will believe your lie. And first of all, let's say they do believe, they will trust you, right? But do you think they will not verify? They will verify. And if the information you have given is 100% correct, you don't know, they have a screen. They have all the information about you, every single thing. So they have everything, right? They verify immediately, and they say inside their heart, okay, I expected him to be honest, and he is. But if they catch a lie, they will send you in a detention room separately, and they will highly likely deport you. The next flight, go back to your country. They never forgive you for lies. American nation does not forgive you for lying, because they are honest people. Americans are 90% of the time, most of the time, they are honest people. They expect honesty. They believe that you are honest, and they will believe you initially, but they will verify. Because of their policies, they are bound to verify. And now if they catch a lie, your life is over in this country. If you lie to a residency director in the interviews, if you lie to a residency director on your personal statement or your CV, you are gone. Guys, please just trust me on this. Don't lie. Don't hide your attempt, USMLE attempt, failed attempt. If you have failed in USMLE, don't hide it. They will respect you. Don't lie. You will be so powerful, fearless, so powerful, fearless. Nobody can touch you. You know you have nothing to hide. And then you sleep peacefully. Guys, I'm so grateful that I sleep peacefully. I live peacefully. I'm always happy. I'm always satisfied, and I am not fearful. I have nothing to be afraid of, because I'm not hiding anything. I know nobody can harm me. And remember, the moment you lie, you give your power to somebody else. Now you are the slave of that person forever. Like these companies, whoever they have fooled, they live in fear that what if someday they catch us somehow? Maybe some international law, or maybe some Indian law. Maybe you don't know. They live in fear for the rest of their lives, and the power is in the person who they lied to. So when you lie to somebody, you have given your power away to that person. You're thinking, oh, what if he catches me? Now you're living in fear. You're automatically down, psychologically, mentally, physically. Your body language changes when you lie to somebody. So everything changes. The power is given to the person by nature, to the person who you lied to. But if you are honest, you will be powerful. You will always have a powerful position. Never ever lie on your CV. I wish people understand this. Many IMGs are taught to lie. That it's okay to lie. Once a friend told me that, everyone exaggerates on their CV, so I exaggerated on CV. I said, no, not everyone exaggerates on their CV. Honest people don't. And those are the successful people. So this is how you should raise your standards. Your value should be that you will 100% be honest. Same thing will reflect in your research articles. You will not plagiarize. You will not copy paste anyone's work. If you need to use some information, you will rewrite in your own words. You will rewrite in your own words. Now, another thing, you don't do any scientific fraud. Scientific fraud means lying about the information in your paper. Some treatment existed and you said it didn't exist, or it didn't exist and you said it does work. That's a scientific fraud. These are career-ending offenses. Another career-ending offense is paying somebody else to write your papers. These are also fake people who are making money out of people. They say that we will write papers on your behalf. Do you think these people, they have a scientific background, they can write good papers? Just ask yourself. No. And where will they publish? In these predatory journals. Because they are so running after money that they will do anything for money. So they will publish those papers. One of the scientists, he checked the reliability of these fake journals. He sent a fake paper, fake information, everything incorrect, just to see if they accept it. They accepted it for publication. So he wrote an article about it, that beware of these journals. They are so much after money that they will even publish, if you write a song and you claim it's a research article, they will publish it. So how will be your paper if you pay somebody to write a paper on your behalf? And remember, residency directors, they believe in honesty and they are honest people. So they expect you to be honest. And if you have paid somebody else to write papers on your behalf, you will be caught. They will eventually, in first year of your residency, they will give you a responsibility to write a paper. They will expect you to do it in front of their own eyes. You will be caught. And the moment you're caught, what will happen? You cannot even imagine what can happen. Can you be fired from residency? Yes. Don't ever think you got a residency and you are secure. You got a residency, and if you are honest, you are secure. You have nothing to be afraid of. If you have bad character, you are not honest, your lies are caught, you can be fired. You will be fired. The residency program has the right to fire you. Many people think, oh, once I get the residency, nobody can touch me. No. Don't be naive. So what are you supposed to do in your life? Be 100% honest. No rocket science. Your elders, your parents were right, guys. Your elders, your parents, your grandparents, some of your teachers in your childhood, when they used to say, please be honest, speak the truth, always speak truth, truth shall prevail. It's a very good slogan in Sanskrit language, I guess. Satyamev Vijayate. It means the truth always prevails. It's so true, guys. It's so true. Please be 100% honest, and you will see the life will be so beautiful. No fear, no stress, a happy life. So that's number one. So you identify the fake journals, right? Now let's talk about how to publish. The first thing first is decide. Most people have never decided that they want to achieve this thing. For example, weight loss. Many people say, I want to lose weight. I want to lose weight. And every year they set this resolution, New Year resolution, I'll lose weight, but they don't lose weight. Why don't they lose weight? Because deep down inside, they actually never took a serious decision. Take a decision. Take a perfect decision, a final decision. You know, decision is like somebody, a motivational speaker, he mentioned this. I don't know how real it is, but he said decision actually comes from Latin or something. It means to cut off. And D means, of course, cut off, right? So cut off, this is not that off. This is that off. Cutoff of something. Previous belief, cut off. You make a decision by cutting off that, no, I don't want to live that life anymore. That's what he mentioned. He said about the definition of decision. So I never checked it. You guys can verify if that's correct. I'll check it. I keep forgetting about checking it. So decide, guys. When I started my career, I decided I'll be successful. I did not just wish. One day I wish I'll be successful. One day I wish I will go to this part of the world. One day I wish I will have this in my career. I decided that I will have this in my life. Exactly everything that I have today in my life, I decided and I designed it. If you decide it, nobody can take it away from you. Commitment, proper commitment that I will not move. We will talk about this. Yeah, what kind of research you will conduct? Sitting home. What can you do? Systematic reviews, meta-analysis, traditional reviews, scoping reviews. And mainly here in this program, you will focus on systematic reviews, traditional reviews, or scoping reviews. That's a good thing. And these are the highest quality of evidence on study design pyramid, the systematic reviews. So that's the beauty of systematic reviews. Now, but we'll talk about this. What are those? Don't worry about it. I don't expect any one of you to know anything at all. We are starting from absolute basic. So the first thing first is to decide that this is what I want. I want to be a published author. Take a decision. I want to be a published author. I will be a published author. And write it in a present tense. I am a published author. Can you write it down every day on a piece of paper? Can you have a journal, something like this? Can you have a journal like this? This is very personalized. This is very personalized. You can see my name embedded here, given to me as a gift from my wife. So is that personal? So can you make a personal journal in which you write down your daily statement that I am a published author, I am a resident, first-year resident doing residency? Can you write it down? If you can, it will become a reality. We don't know how it happens. Success trainers, success experts, success psychologists, they all come up with a unanimous agreement that if you write this statement, something like this in a present tense every day, it will become a reality. We don't know how it works, but it works. So the first thing first is to decide that this is what I want. Now, on a separate piece of paper, write down your step-by-step plan, how to achieve it. How to achieve it. Remember, there is a, I don't remember, was it called Parkinson's law? That was also Parkinson's law. One Parkinson's law is that your expenses increase when your income increases. That's a Parkinson's law. But another Parkinson's law was that before you do anything, you have to do something. This statement will help you make a plan. Before you do anything, you will have to do something. Before you do anything, you will have to do something. So what is the thing that you will need to do? What should be your plan? Your plan will include your schedule, what days of the week, what time of the week you will sit and work on your paper. This needs the third principle, discipline. Discipline is doing what should be done to achieve your target, whether you like it or not, whether you are in a mood of doing it or not. That's called discipline. Whether you feel like it, it's better to say it like this. Whether you feel like it, or feel whether you feel doing it or not, whether you feel like it or not. So that's the discipline. It's very easy to do something when you have a mood to do something, but it's very difficult to do something that was supposed to be done when you don't feel like doing it. And most people don't do it. 90% of the people quit because they don't feel like doing it when they were supposed to do something. That's why only 10% people are successful. They want to take the pain. This is a painful experience to do something whether you feel like it or not. It becomes so easy when you are living the life of passion. But now let me tell you from my example. I have multiple passions: counseling, treatment. I have teaching as my passion. I have reading as my passion. And what else is my passion? Anyways, there are so many passions, okay? So I have multiple passions. Now, sometimes my mood is to do counseling rather than teaching. Sometimes my mood is to read something and continue reading. I'm enjoying it better. But the time is that I must teach. So I must conduct that live session with you guys. Sometimes does that happen? Yes, because I'm reading and I'm doing so much of work. I'm enjoying my life and I say, okay, today 10:30, oh, I have to take a lecture. Oh, I was enjoying this so much. Now I have to switch to another passion, but I was enjoying this so much. This is where you are tested. Are you really the man of principles? Are you really the man of person? Are you honest with your own self? Discipline tests how honest you are with your own self. Discipline is doing the right thing that was supposed to be done, whether you feel like doing it or not. And are you doing it when nobody is watching? Doing something towards your goal that was supposed to be done according to your plan and schedule when nobody is looking at you. Let's say you are living alone. Nobody is keeping an eye on you. And you have decided that from 9 a.m. to 12 p.m., I will work on my paper. Now, nobody is looking at you, whether you do it or not. Whether you do it or not, this will tell how honest you are with yourself, how disciplined you are. If you can beat that feeling and you are willing to take that pain, you say, it's okay, I'll do whatever it takes. I will do whatever it takes to complete my project, to be a published author. I'll do whatever it takes. If it needs hard work, I'll do it. If it needs discipline of waking up early in the morning, I'll do it. If it needs me to sacrifice eating for a few hours, I'll do it. But I will make it happen. Nobody can stop me from doing it. This feeling, if you can beat this feeling, you can beat anything. Do you think army soldiers love to wake up at 5 a.m. in the morning? No, they hate it. Okay, something I hate to do, and I still do it. Let me tell you what. Exercise. Just before going to exercise, I feel like, oh my God. But I say, I will do it. I'm a soldier. I'm a soldier. I'm an army general. I'll do it. I'm stronger than that. I'm bigger than that. I talk to myself. I say, I will do it. And the law of momentum will catch up. The good news is the nature has given you a good news, a good benefit. There is a law of momentum. Momentum catches up. If you are willing to take this pain, initially you will feel pain, but just sit and you say, okay, just I'll do it for 2 minutes. I will work on my paper for 2 minutes. And you will notice the 2 minutes will become 4 minutes. 4 minutes will become 8 minutes. 8 minutes will become 80 minutes. 80 minutes will become 160 minutes. And you will say, wow, I sat there for 2 minutes. Same for USMLE preparation. Your first aid, you have to complete 40 pages a day. Now, you are not feeling like doing it. So, say, I'll do it. I'm stronger than that. Okay, just for 2 minutes. Okay, let's read. Sit over there. Go on the seat where I have decided that I will work. And now just read for 2 minutes. Just for 2 minutes. Just 2 lines of your first aid. That's it. And see the magic. Law of momentum will catch up and you will start to love this process. Body in motion tends to remain in motion. So now you have the momentum of reading first aid. Why it happens that when you start reading, you cannot move. Same thing happens with research writing. When you start to write your paper, you automatically keep writing. You keep writing, keep writing, keep writing. That's why just sit there for 2 minutes. Please, guys, please understand this. When now you have started this training, anyone who is in the middle of the training, anyone who's at the end of the training, and you still haven't completed the paper, just sit for 2 minutes. Just write one line. Just see the magic. People don't know these principles. People don't know how success is done. People don't know how life is done, how life is made, how achievement is done. You need to study discipline, what discipline is. Guys, if you don't learn this discipline, how will you wake up 5 or 6 a.m. in the morning and be at the residency? You will probably have to be at the hospital 6 a.m. in the morning. And sometimes you will have long shifts. How will you do it if you don't develop this, that whether you feel like it or not? Sometimes you will not feel like waking up in the morning. But if you don't, you will lose a job. They will fire you. Something that you acquired after such a hard work, do you want to lose that? So take this pain. Just stand up. Stand out of bed for a minute. Okay, I'll stand up. Now go to shower. Turn the shower on, hot shower, and you will be awake. So, okay, I'm back. Because when you were sleeping, the law of momentum was there. Body at rest tends to remain at rest. So your body wanted to rest more and more and more. Until and unless acted upon by an outside force. And your outside force is your mindset. You say, okay, I'll do whatever it takes. Same thing with your research article. Discipline. Be disciplined. Now, another principle. Discipline alone will not help you if you are not focused. Discipline will not alone help you if you are not focused. What do we mean by focus? Focus means that you don't have any other thought in your mind. No other thought than your success. No other thought. THOU, sorry. No other thought. No other thought should come into your mind except your research article, except your success. For next 2 months, you have residency time coming up. Only how many days left now? 48, 47 days left. In the residency application, 47 days left. In next 47 days, can you set a mindset that no other thought should come to your mind except your residency, except your publication, except your scores, except your career? Can you keep this kind of laser sharp focus? If you develop this laser like focus, you will be successful. Nobody can stop you. Success has a price. In every field, success has a price. And these two are the toughest prices: discipline and focused. Discipline and focused. The toughest, this is easy to do. This is easy to do. Discipline is painful to do. Very painful sometimes. That's why I try a 2-minute principle. And this is not painful, but it is extremely difficult, because we have 60,000 thoughts coming to our mind every day. How do you keep your mind focused? Remember, there was a famous book. There was a famous book written 1,000 years ago. In Arabic language, they call it as Kashful Majub. Don't be surprised. How does he know Arabic and Hindi and all? Guys, I'm a multilingual person. I love learning languages. I'm fluent in Spanish as well. So that's why I know so many things about this. So now I'm telling you, Kashful Majub was written by which author? That's very important for you to know. He said that you can only take out from the plate. Yeah, he was a very famous scholar. His name was Ali Hajwari. Ali Hajwari, very famous scholar. So he mentioned this, that from the plate of food, you can only take out what was put in. This is the wisdom he explained, that you can only take out whatever you put in the plate, from the plate. So what are you feeding to your mind? That's what actually he's saying. What are you feeding to your mind? Are you reading news, COVID news channels, politics news? Are you watching movies? If you are, then you are filling this in your mind. And the negativity that you're filling in, only negativity will come out. If you put negativity inside, negativity will come out. If you put positivity inside, positivity will come out. Common sense. So what are you feeding your mind? You gotta be only listening to things related to your career, related to your success. You should only be spending time with people who are talking about your career, about your success, who are goal-oriented, who are talking about goals in life and success in the life, success as a physician, success as whatever success you're looking for. So this is a universal principle. So the problem is, are you spending time with those kind of people? Are you listening to those kind of videos? Are you spending time in that environment? If you have difficulty controlling your thoughts, and everyone has, that's toughest job, right? Toughest job until it becomes a habit. It's the toughest job. So do the rotations. Why do you think they expect you to do rotations, clinical rotations, or research training, or research rotation, or any rotation? Why do you think they want you to do it? So that you keep on track, you remain focused. You remain focused, you will always talk about medicine, you will be meeting with other doctors, other people who are preparing for USMLEs, who are goal-oriented. Here you are talking to different people who are preparing for USMLEs, all the doctors who are talking with you, who are in your group. Everyone is talking about residency, match, publication, residency, match, publication. This is the only thought that should come to your mind. If you spend time with these kind of people, you will remain focused. If you have laser sharp focus, You're done. You have achieved your goal. Nobody can stop you. This is so difficult to achieve that only not even 10%, probably I would say 3% people in their lives, probably 3% people in their lives are extremely focused, and they can take the discipline. They can take the pain of discipline. And they both come hand in hand. When you are focused, you will automatically be disciplined. You are so focused, you love your goal so much, you love your target so much that this pain of discipline becomes nothing. If it were easy, everyone would be successful today. If it were easy, everyone in the world would be successful today, and success would have no meaning. Success is meaningful because it needs pain of discipline. No other thought. Keep reading success related things. Keep reading things about your career. Keep reading things about your profession. Keep reading and keep thinking about your goal and your target every day as much as you can. Otherwise, you will not be able to finish your paper, and you will not be able to finish your complete your paper and publish it. Now, this is the mental exercise. And remember, in the plan, without a deadline, you cannot write a paper. Without a deadline, you cannot finish anything. Your target is not to write the best article in the world. Nobody can write the best article. Your target is to write the excellent paper, the best you can, in the time that has been given to you. Because everything has room for improvement. Nothing is perfect. There is no perfection in life. Only God is perfect if you believe in God. Only God is perfect. No one is perfect. No research article is perfect. Even if it is written by a Nobel Prize winner, the paper is still not the perfect paper. There's always room for improvement. This is how the nature works. Everything has room for improvement. So your target is to set a deadline. That by this deadline, I'll finish my paper. By this deadline, I'll finish my paper. Now, anyone who has joined the training right now, your goal is to at least finish and submit your paper before September 29th. Anyone who has already completed the papers, your goal should be to have it published before 29th. Now, this is a mental block that we have just removed. Now we will talk about the plan to publish. Get the list of the journals. Get the list of the journals. There are, just on PubMed, around 5,000 or maybe more than 5,600 journals. Just PubMed index journals. 5,600 journals. Now, let me ask you a question. I have mentioned that before, and I'll mention this again. You know the dartboard game? This is a center. This is a center. You have to hit the dart. Let's say it is like this, right? This is how it looks like. So let's say you have to hit this dart, this point in the center. And you have 5,600 darts. 5,600 darts. Do you think you can hit it or not? At least once. Will you hit it or not? Keep hitting, keep hitting, keep hitting, keep hitting. 5,600 is a huge number. Same thing with publication. If one journal rejects, you have so many chances. And by the way, every few days, more journals and more journals are getting PubMed indexed. So probably now we have 6,000 probably. Increasing. And then other reliable indexing like Web of Science, the biggest indexing in the world, the Web of Science. So many journals on Web of Science that are not on PubMed. So there is no deficiency of good journals. There is no deficiency of good journals. Remember that. But we are just taking an example of 5,600 or 6,000. So if you have unlimited supply, 5,600 darts, you will eventually hit it. Same thing with your publication. That if your first submission, the first journal you submitted your paper to, has rejected your paper, don't get disappointed. Move to the next. When somebody says no to you, I mentioned that last week. Who remembers that? When somebody says no to you, what do you say? When somebody says no to you, what do you say? When somebody says no to you, what do you say? When somebody says, that means nobody was listening, right? When I mentioned that. When somebody rejects you and says no to you, what do you say? Next. When somebody says no to you, you say next. Okay, no, next. No, next. No, next. No, next. Yes. Eventually a yes will happen. You know why? Because there's a law, there is a principle, this is a law of averages. So if anyone is telling you that you have written a paper, or I write papers but my papers don't get published, he doesn't know the law of averages. If anyone is saying that your publication is like a, is a chance that you will probably publish your paper or not, it's a chance. He doesn't know about the law of averages. Nobody taught that poor guy or that poor girl about the law of averages. And this is a divine law. I haven't created this. It's a divine mathematical law that is here in this world. That means, what does that mean? The law of averages. It means if something again and again, an odd event will happen. If you do something again and again, an odd event will happen. If you do something again and again, an odd event will happen. That means if you do something again and again, a ratio will appear. In other language, I'll say like this, in other terminology. If you do something often enough, a ratio will appear. Let me explain. 55 into 1 is the ratio. So 55 knows ratio has to come. That's the natural law. So what if your paper is rejected by 55 papers? Who cares? One yes is coming. The point is, are you patient enough? That's the only problem. Are you patient enough? Because getting rejection from a journal and submitting it to a new journal, rejection and submitting to new journal, rejection and submitting to new journal takes time. So you will need to be patient. Anyone who is applying next year, you have plenty of time to publish in a top quality journal. Anyone who is applying next year or after 2 years, you have plenty of time to get 10 no's, 15 no's, 7 no's, 17 no's, 70 no's, because a ratio will definitely appear. And sometimes the first one says yes. That can happen too. Very few times, very, very rarely. It will happen very rarely, extremely rarely. But usually maybe 1:1, 2:1. I have seen most of the time 5:1. 5 rejections from 5 journals and then a yes. According to most of the time in my experience with the scientists that I know, I have seen a 5:1. 5 rejections and finally a publication. So you will not have to go to 5,600. You will not have to wait for 5,600. Don't worry about it. Now, remember one more thing. That's very important. Albert Einstein used to say, the height of insanity is doing the same thing again and again and expecting different results. You guys have heard this, right? It's on Facebook for so long, and everyone has seen this statement by Albert Einstein on Facebook or on Instagram, that the height of insanity is doing the same thing again and again and expecting different results. So what I'm saying here, if first journal says no to you, you do say next, but you will not submit the exact same paper to the next journal. You will improve it a little bit, because there is always room for improvement. I'm telling you the secret of how to publish. How to publish for sure. Improve it a little bit. Because if one journal has said no to you, highly likely the other journal will also say no to you, and you will have to play the whole law of averages for so long. Why should you waste your time? Why don't you first see what they have said? What is the error? Most of the time, they don't tell you the error. They tell you that we are occupied. We don't have space left. But some journals will tell you the problem if they feel there is any problem. If they tell you a problem, correct it, improve it, and ask them, can I resubmit to your paper, to your journal? Can I resubmit the paper to your journal? After I remove these errors, I improve it. So now listen to me. If a journal rejects your paper, don't get offended. Don't take it personally. The rejection is never a personal rejection. Just see what comments have they given. Did they tell you the reason why they rejected it? The quality related reasons of rejection. Now say, if I remove it, ask them, if I remove and correct these errors, work on that paper again, and I submit it, will you publish it? Ask. Nature has reserved success for people who ask. Somebody shared a very good picture on Facebook that people who ask their achievements in their whole lifetime. People who don't ask, it was actually this much, way down here. People who don't ask. There is no harm in asking. So if a journal has rejected, it's okay. Just send them an email that I noticed the points that you have mentioned that I need to correct. If I correct it, I resubmit it, will you publish it? There's no harm in asking. What's the maximum? What's the worst they will say? No. Okay, goodbye. Next. Thank you. I respect your decision, and don't take personally. Maybe your next paper will be published in the same journal. You need good relationships with the journals. Remember, relationships matter. People who keep publishing more and more papers, they don't tell you the relationships, that they have developed a bond with the journal because of their first few publications, 3-4 publications. Now the editor knows you, the journal team knows you. They say, okay, this person sends a good, reliable paper. Let's not stop his papers. Your relationship matters. So always keep good relationships with the journals. And many a times the journal editors could be your residency director, future residency director. Probably he will take your interview. So never ever misbehave with a journal that, why did you reject my paper? No, you got to maintain good relationship. If they reject the first paper, submit the next paper to that journal, but always maintain a good relationship. Maintain a good relationship with the journal. So now ask. Now look at this formula. The journal rejects and gives a reason. Hold on. The journal rejects. Everyone draw this. Draw this formula. Draw this flowchart. Journal rejects. There are two possibilities. They give a reason. The second possibility is journal rejects, do not give a reason. If a journal gives a reason, ask resubmission after correction. Ask about resubmission chance, that will you give me another chance if I resubmit it after corrections? If the journal says, let's say here is your submission, journal submission, another box, okay? This is another box. So if you ask, can I resubmit it? The journal says yes. You do the resubmission. Journal rejects, tells you the reason. Play the cycle. Journal rejects, tell you the reason again. Ask them if I can resubmit it after I correct it. They say yes. Keep doing it. Keep doing it. Eventually, you will publish your paper. But here, if they say no, you go to next journal. Are you all drawing this diagram for rest of your life? This will do wonders, change everything for you in the future. You will never ever have difficulty publishing papers. Draw this. Submission is number one, okay? Number one, submission. Number two, journal rejects. Number three, A. They tell you the reason. 3B, four. You ask, can I resubmit after correction? Then they say 5A, yes. And 5B, no. If they say no, you go to the next journal. And with the next journal, same phenomena. Same phenomena. Now, another thing. If the journal does not give a reason, let's say does not do not. We're talking about one journal. If the journal does not give you a reason, what do you do? Ask the reason. Send them an email. Ask for a reason. If they tell you the reason, you are here now. Ask again. Yes. You ask them, can I resubmit? Yes, submit. And the cycle goes on and on. If they say no, after you ask them, then next. Now, if you ask and they give you the reason, that's wonderful. If they do not give you the reason, if they do not give you a reason, and you have asked them and they still do not give the reason, next. Take the screenshot. Take the screenshot so that you can draw it on your folder or your notebook where you will take your notes on the first page. Publishing flowchart. The flowchart of publication. And number one is submission. You submit the paper to a journal, journal rejects it, you ask for you see they gave a reason or they did not give a reason. If they gave a reason, you ask if I can resubmit it after correction. They say yes, you resubmit it, and the cycle continues. And eventually, your paper's quality is improving. See, the magic that is happening is every time your quality of your paper is improving and improving and improving and improving. If they say no, we don't want to publish this, don't get offended. You want to keep a good relationship with the journal, and you submit to a next journal. If they do not give you the reason, if the journal does not give you the reason, ask the reason. If they give you the reason, you are here again. Now ask, can I resubmit after corrections? Ask, ask, ask. Asking helps. Asking does wonders. Can I remove it now? Everyone has taken the screenshot, or everyone has drawn this? Now, there is something called looping. Not everyone knows this. You submit the paper. You submit the paper. You get a no or a rejection. Now you do the looping. Looping. You resubmit to the same journal, following the flowchart that we just saw, or to a new journal. But every time when you resubmit, you add 3 extra or new, 3 new points. 3 new points and 3 new benefits for the patients, for the clinicians, for the society. Just 3 more reasons of why your paper is important. 3 new points of information and 3 benefits. And now resubmit it. This is a secret not everyone knows. Some journal has rejected your paper. Maybe your paper was really amazing, but you still, before resubmitting, still do some addition. Add 3 points that were not before. Add 1 or 2 more references, or just 1 reference, and it can give you 3 points in the discussion section of your paper. And you mention 3 reasons why it is important to publish this paper, why it is important, this information is important. You gave more reasons, and you resubmit it. Now the journal rejects it. What do? Do it again. And this time, only 1 new point and 1 benefit. Now you see, every time you are adding new points and new benefits in your paper, what exactly are you doing? You are increasing the value of your paper. You're increasing the value of your paper. Because one principle you need to remember, the Einstein principle we mentioned, the height of insanity is doing the same thing again and again and expecting different results. So if one journal has rejected and they are not telling you the reason, assume that there is room for improvement. Always assume, although maybe it was wonderful paper, just assume, for the sake of discussion, without getting offended, that there is room for improvement. Let's improve it Add 3 points and 3 benefits. We submit to the new journal or the same journal if they are willing to do that. Now, one thing is left. These 3 extra points and new benefits plus the corrections suggested by the journal. And you ask them, right? Remember the flowchart. You ask them, can I resubmit it now? You ask them. If they allow you, you resubmit it. So you have done the corrections and you have made modifications too. You added more points. Your paper is more valuable now. Maybe bring a new heading. The paper is more valuable now. And you resubmit it, or you submit to a new journal. Now, a new journal will see a way better quality of paper than the first journal. Paper's quality is increasing gradually after every submission. The quality of your paper is increasing and becoming better and better and better. And this is known as the Kaizen principle. Guys, people don't study, people don't read, so people don't know these principles. I'm telling you these principles. Kaizen principle is the principle of improvement. Every day you keep improving. You do some improvement in yourself, in your paper. You apply the Kaizen principle to your paper. You apply the Kaizen principle to your paper. Once you apply the Kaizen principle to your paper, you will do wonders and you will see the wonders. And how on earth your paper will not be published? How is it possible? It's not possible, guys. It's not possible. Do the corrections they ask and make some changes. And another thing you can do, maybe also do some brainstorming with other team members, your friends, your teachers. Do some brainstorming that what else I can do? What else I can do? Maybe there is some mental blockade that you cannot see right now, but other people can. Get a second opinion. So these 3 things: points, benefits, second opinion, and the journal's corrections. Now you submit it. How on earth this paper will not be published? How on earth this paper will not be published? Don't ever believe in this, that the publication is a matter of luck. No. Publication or success in life, anything in life, is not the matter of luck. It's a matter of predetermined, pre-designed plan of your life. If other people have done it, you can do it. Remind yourself, if somebody else can do it, I can do it. Nobody is better than you. Nobody is smarter than you. We have 17-year-old kids who have become published authors. Nobody is better than you. Nobody is smarter than you. Nobody is better than you. Nobody is smarter than you. Always say this: nobody is better than me. Nobody is smarter than me. Nobody is better than me. Nobody is smarter than me. Literally, nobody is better and nobody is smarter than you. If somebody has a super IQ, any of your classmates who used to get gold medals all the time, super IQ, always scoring high, you have some other edges that he doesn't. So everyone is equal. Everyone is equal. You never underestimate yourself. You have no idea how powerful we human beings are. I am good at certain things, but you are better than me in some things. I'm better than you in some things, but you are better than me in some things. So eventually we all are equal. That's how the nature does justice with us. We all are equal. So that we cannot give an excuse to the nature that, oh, he was smarter than me. No, nobody is smarter than you. Nobody is better than you. Remind yourself, nobody is better than me. Nobody is smarter than me. I can do it. I can take the pain of discipline. I can take the pain of discipline. I can be focused. I can work on my thoughts. I can control my thoughts. And then follow this formula, follow this principle, and you will be able to publish your paper. Now, where do you find the list of the journals? Free journals. Where did you find the list of journals? Many of them will be free, but nowadays, the way things are going, not any journal will, I think no journal will be free anymore. The way things are going, I don't think any journal will be free anymore, because the website development, maintaining the website, is an expensive process. Maintaining the website of the journal, improving the quality of the website, publishing the papers need employees. So journals will have to charge fee. And not all the journals get advertisements from other companies. So they have to charge fee, otherwise they cannot process. So that's why it looks like it that all journals will be asking for a fee very soon. Most are already coming to that now, and there's nothing wrong with that. If a journal asks for money, people say, oh, it's a predatory journal. No, predatory journals are predatory because they lie and they give you a wrong huge sum of invoice. First, they did not mention that. They lied to you that you have been selected as a complimentary article. They lied to you. Regular journals don't lie to you. They have their fee mentioned on the website. Okay, so now list of journals. List of journals. Where do you find the list of journals? Schumacher, G-O-J-R, Schumacher. The website schumacher.com. Everyone, write it down. This website has a list of all possible journals in the world, PubMed and other indexing journals. PubMed and journals that are indexed in other databases. So Schumacher. And Schumacher has a beautiful thing that it has divided journals into Q1, Q2, quartile, Q1, quartile 2, quartile 3, and quartile 4. You can just consider this quartile means probably quality or the popularity of the journal. So Q1 will have the best journals, Q2 will have the second best journals, Q3 will have third best journals, and Q4 will be the below average or average journals. But they will be PubMed index journals too in that one. Rarely, but there will still be. I don't know how Schumacher has right now, but you have a list, and it will give you a list of so many journals in your own specialty. You can choose according to your specialty. So this website has the list of journals. Second thing you need to do is you can find journals on journalfinder.com. What is that? The journal finder. Elsevier journal finder? Elsevier. Let me look at it. Hold on. I forgot. I'm a human being, guys. I forget too. Okay. Journal finder. Yeah, Elsevier journal finder. Journalfinder.elsevier.com. That's very accurate. They will give you the best journals that are most likely to publish your paper. It solves a huge problem. Solves a huge problem. And the third secret, this is the greatest secret. Now, not anymore a secret, okay? Because I'm mentioning this here to all of you. Where to find journals that are PubMed indexed and they will highly likely publish your paper. Recently, Medline indexed journals. Just type this line. Recently, Medline indexed journals on Google. Just type it down and see the page that appears. It will give you the list, a Medline page. It will give you the list of new journals that have just been accepted by Medline. Those journals are so wonderful because they are new. They will easily accept your paper. Very easily, they will accept your paper. That's how you do it. That's how you do it. So now this is the complete information. Anyone has any questions? Anyone has any questions before I leave? And by the way, how was this session? Did you guys enjoy the session? Another secret, yeah. Another secret of making sure that your paper is published. Journals are impressed by systematic reviews. Very, very impressed by systematic reviews. And they are impressed by a why and a how questions. Why and a how research questions, why it is done, how it is done, and if it's a systematic review or meta-analysis, the chances of publication are really high. Is Medline same as PubMed? Kind of, yes. People don't know the answer. Let me tell you the answer. Most people don't know this answer. They are two different websites. Medline and PubMed are two different websites, but papers that are indexed on Medline, they can also be found on PubMed, because PubMed is an interface to Medline. PubMed is an interface to Medline. So for example, how can I give you an example? Netflix has papers, right? So Netflix is like PubMed, and it has all the movies, the papers. I'm calling them movies, okay? So I'm calling them papers. So just to explain, Netflix is the website for the database for movies. Similarly, PubMed is a database for research articles. But let's say Netflix brings a new section that we will have. Actually, they do have variation. They have Hollywood movies, they have Bollywood movies. So Hollywood movies, Bollywood movies, they have uh, Persian movies, they have Italian movies. So they have different kinds of movies and different countries. So different industry. So PubMed has Medline papers, but PubMed also has PubMed Central papers. Similarly, Netflix has Hollywood and Bollywood. So this is how you can consider PubMed as an interface to Medline. The real thing is the Medline. The real thing is PubMed Central, but PubMed is just an interface. And yes, you can find these papers on PubMed. That makes sense, right? Now, Nashad has a question. How much does a journal publication on average cost? British Medical Journal, like for example, has a $1,500 fee, and PRJ has a fee that is quite reasonable, still less than 1,000. And the channel journals with CIBNP, as you know, they are very economical. So don't worry about that one. That's way economical than this. And but the bigger the journal's name, the higher the fee. Nowadays, that's what I'm seeing. But I would say that on average, it's like $1,000 to $1,500. $1,000 to $1,500. Some journals will have probably 800, 700 too. So it depends. I can't exactly give you a number, but I don't think any journal will have a fee more than 1,500. If it's more than 1,500, it's highly likely, most likely, it's a predatory journal. They will give you an invoice of $4,000, $5,000, $6,000. Crazy. Okay, sir, Medline, same as PubMed. I already answered. How much does the journal cost? I just explained that to you as well. It was helpful in life and research goal. Thank you, guys. I am glad you liked it. And thanks for the session. My question is how to access the recorded lessons on CIBNP. Yes, click on the profile button on the top right. After you log in, click on the profile button on the top right corner, and a dashboard will appear. It will have the videos, many videos, of the program, and it will also give you some bonus gift courses that I have selected for you that will help you in your residency application. Some gift courses for you, free of cost. They have a price, but we have given you as a gift. I want all of you to get benefited from those courses, like personal statement and all, CV writing, personal statement, how to be more competitive for the match. Maybe we can do a session this week, one more session on how to be competitive for residency match. Time is coming, so I think I should start conducting those sessions. How to be more competitive, how to apply for competitive residency, how to perform in the job interview, the most important. Common research, common questions in the residency interview. I think these 4 sessions are a must, right? Am I right, guys? Yes, if your dashboard is not showing any papers, any courses or videos, if your dashboard is not showing any videos or courses, send me your email address or email us your email address, and our team will take care of it. Don't worry about it. Thank you, Chaya. Thanks a lot. Tasneem, thank you. Naushad, thank you. Yes, so let's conduct a session on which one do we do first? How to be more competitive for match in general, or how to apply for the how to apply for competitive residency, how to match into competitive residency? Which one do you prefer first? I can do that tomorrow, or I can do that Saturday. Let's have a vote. Let's have a vote. Which one do you want? How to apply, how to match into competitive residency program? That's option number 2. Option number 1 was how to be more competitive for the match in general. Which one do you want this week? No, competitive, how to be. Just give me 1 or 2, okay? Let me write it down so you can decide. Let me write it down so you can decide. So we can do one session this week. How to be more competitive for residency match in general. That is applicable for all specialties. Second is how to match into, let's change the name, tough specialty, like neurosurgery, ortho. Okay, 1. We can do this next week. Most people have voted for number 1, right? Most people have voted for this one. We can do this one next week. So let's start with this. I'll announce either I do it tomorrow or I do it on Saturday. That will be a very important session. Yeah, I think most people want number 1. Okay, so let's do it tomorrow or the day after. And I'll announce tonight. I will send you the message on your groups announcing the time, whether I'm doing it tomorrow or I'm doing it the day after. I have to see my schedule. I have a feeling that I have something tomorrow. So if I have nothing tomorrow, I'll check my schedule. Then we will do it tomorrow, same time. So anyways, thank you guys. Thanks a lot. Pleasure to see you again as usual. And keep learning and keep growing. Don't stop. And remember, you all will become a published author if you firmly believe in that. You firmly believe in that, and you take absolute responsibility of your career. Don't blame anyone. Take absolute responsibility of your life and your career. I'm telling you, you will eventually see the results. You will be able to publish your paper. You can do it. Believe in yourself. Yes, I will. Definitely, Mohammed. Thank you. Okay, guys, thanks a lot. We'll see you again very soon.